It's been one of the funniest TV shows on the small screen ever since it came into being. It's Veep on HBO that just wrapped up its 7th and final season last night. And joining us here is the man whose character, just like his Twitter feed, is not for the faint of heart. Good to see Timothy Simons here, who plays Jonah Ryan on that show. Good to see you, brother.
It's good to see you too, man.
So, what's going through your mind right now?
It's
all wrapped up.
I still have not fully processed it.
Right.
Like, yeah, I'm still here talking about it.
Sure,
I think I'm going to really realize it like a few weeks from now when we're kind of in the, we're still dealing with the reactions to it, like sort of the overnight reactions, texts from family members and stuff like that. We're still living fully inside of it. So I think it'll be a couple weeks from now that I'll hit a wall. Well, I saw on your Twitter feed, a video or photo. Were you all together watching this show last night? Yeah, we got together. It's been something that we've always done in the past. We've always gotten together to watch the last episode of the season. Usually we'll go over to Julia's house, but just because it was the finale, we ended up, we got as many people as we could there. Anybody that was in town went over to the CAA screening room, and we had some dinner over there, and we just all watched it together. And for a lot of us, it was the first time that we had seen it.
So it's like it was damn near almost an hour long. Now let me ask you this question, because what is your take on spoilers here? Because I know some people have not seen it, including some who are in this room right now.
Oh, no. I feel like we've had to keep them under wraps for so long that I feel like it aired. We got to be able to talk about it.
Right.
Like, I'm really sorry to the people that haven't, but you should have watched it last night, man.
Right,
Yeah.
live, where your character almost reached the highest office. In all the land,
he was almost there.
Which is a hell of a run for Jonah Ryan.
Yeah. And this has come up sort of in interviews as like looking at this season in comparison to where he started. And there is this thing, like, if you had told me at the beginning of this show that Jonah Ryan, like the liaison to the vice president's office from the White House, would ultimately be in Congress, I'd be like, okay, yeah, like a lot of idiots get elected to Congress. Like, that happens all the time. But very few idiots have almost become president. Well, I can't even say that's true. But I would have been like, all right, that's a stretch that this specific character is going to end up almost becoming president or even really have a shot.
Right.
But this whole season for me is like, we now live in a world where this narcissistic, unskilled, untalented, racist, like this shrieking ball of hot rage, you're going to have a hard time convincing me he's not the guy that's definitely going to win, that he's not the one that is like the one with the best chance of winning.
Well, there's many times where things in real life, Congress or anything, including both sides of the aisle, have been set to the Veep music and closing credits.
Yes.
It has been remarkable how so many times the show has actually foreshadowed real life politics.
It started with our pilot with a guy who made like an errant, we had just Selena makes an errant tweet about cornstarch utensils, about, biodegradable cornstarch utensils, and that upsets the oil industry. That's their first episode, and that happened. That happened. Some guy made upset the oil industry right before our first season aired. And even in the last week, we saw it happen twice. Like the kid that sued his school because he didn't want to get the chickenpox vaccine, and then he got chickenpox. Right. There was that kid. But then 12 hours later, you have at a Trump rally, you have somebody shouting, "Shoot him," or "shoot them" about immigrants, moments after somebody in a Jonah rally has yelled, "Kill him," about when immigrants are mentioned in one of his speeches. Like, it's just, they're coming true hourly.
Right.
Frankly, it's great we stopped this show.
For more of The Rich Eisen Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV for free on BR Live, or download the Rich Eisen Show app.